Now let's see this question. Consider a 4-way set associative mapping with 16 cache blocks. The memory block requests are in the order, some order is given. Which one of the following memory block will not be in the cache if LRU is used? So they are saying that we have a 4-way set associative cache with 16 blocks. So what does it mean? If we have totally 16 blocks, then it is going to be divided like this into 4 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 sets and each one is having 4 blocks. Why? Because 4-way is used. By looking at this, you should understand that the size of each set is 4. So let us say this is set number 0, this is set number 1, this is set number 2, this is set number 3. Each set is going to contain 4 blocks. Therefore 4 into 4 is 16. Totally 16 cache blocks are present in the cache. Okay. Now the main memory blocks are in the request, and the requests are given like this: 0, 255, 1, 4, like this, and we are supposed to place them in the correct blocks, cache blocks. But before deciding about which cache block to put it in, we have to decide about which set does each one fall in, right? Therefore we are going to use 2 types of mappings here. So one mapping is direct mapping, which is used to get the cache block into corresponding, the memory block into corresponding set, and once you reach the set you have to use another mapping in order to get it into corresponding cache block. But then we are not going to use any other method, but here the method given is LRU, which means whenever the entire set is full, then you have to use the LRU to replace one of the cache blocks with the new one, right? So let's see what happens here. Now initially 0 is the block that we have to get it into the cache. Initially let us assume that the entire cache is empty. If nothing is given, you have to assume that the entire cache is empty, right? Now where should you place 0? First you decide the set. How to decide the set is, take the main memory block number. Let us say main memory block number is I. Now you divide it with the size of the number of the sets, right? So how many sets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore divide it with 4 and you take the remainder. So this entire part is going to give us the remainder. Now that is going to the set number. So the set number in which you have to put a main memory block is going to be the main memory block number divided by 4, and whatever is the remainder is going to give you the set number. Got it? So here I am going to use direct mapping. This is a kind of direct mapping, isn't it? Direct mapping is used to reach the sets, and after you reach the set you have to use some other algorithm. Okay, yeah. Now 0 has to be kept in 0 mod 4, which is nothing but set 0. Yes, it has to be kept here 0. So even though we have 4, I am not actually differentiating all the 4 blocks here. The reason is, for LRU it doesn't matter. For LRU what we need to see is whichever is the least recently used, we have to replace that, right? Therefore writing it this way without using the particular cache blocks is easy for this question. Okay, what about 255? So for 255, if we divide with 4, the remainder is going to be 3. Therefore it has to go into set 3. Okay, fine. So 255 is going to be here. And what about 1? Set 1. What about 4? 4 has to go into set 0. Therefore here. So we have place. So how many can we hold? Only 4. So in every set we can hold 4, and whenever we cross 4, then we take the least recently used and then we can replace it. Okay, fine. And now what about 3? It has to go into set 3. And what about 8? Remainder is 0, therefore set 0. And what about 133? The remainder is 1, therefore 133 has to go here. And what about 159? So here the remainder is 3 again, so it is 159. Okay, what about 216? The remainder is 0, therefore 216 has to be here. Now if you observe it, this entire thing is full. Set 0 is full. It can hold only 4 blocks, and it has now 4 blocks. Now if you get anything that has to be kept in S0, you should replace one of them. And which one should you replace? The one which is least recently used. Now in this order, if you see it, the least recently used is the first one in the list, isn't it? That is why you replace it with the next one. Okay, and next one is 219. So where should you place 219? The remainder is 3, therefore it is supposed to go here. So even the last one is also full, right? So so 219, oh, the 219 remainder is 3, okay. So now let's say 63 remainder is again 3. So now see this, I have to place 63 in this one, right? But then this one is going to be, I have to place 63 here, but it is already full. So which one should be replaced? The least recently used. So among all these existing 4, the least recently used is the first one in the list, isn't it? That is why 255 will be removed. Got it? So that is why I am writing like this. The first one, if you see it, that will be the least recently used. Okay, and the next one is, see, after 63, 8 is remaining. Now find out the okay, 8 is already there, right? You need not do anything because 8 is already there. But then if you leave 8 there itself, then you will think that later 8 is least recently used compared to 216. But since you have made a reference to 8, 8 has to be the most recently used, isn't it? That is why I'll just write 8 here, so that now you'll understand that this is the most recently used, and next this is the most recently used, and next this way. Even though we need not write anything here, still I want to write it this way because I am using LRU. Got it? Okay. And the next one is 48. So 48 means remainder is 0, therefore it has to come into this set, okay. But then it is already full. So which one do you want to replace? The least recently used in this case is 0. So replace it and you are going to get 48. And again 32. So again this is full. Which one should you replace? The least recently used in this one, which is 4, and I am going to get 32, right? And the next one is 73, right? So the remainder is 1. So we have place here. So you can directly put 73 here. And the next one is 92. The remainder is 0, right? So where are you going to place here? Here, right? So which one should be replaced? So if you hadn't written this A here, then you would have thought that 8 is the replacement. No, 8 is the one that has to be replaced. But since you have moved it here, now you will correctly replace the least recently used one, which is 216. 216 has to be replaced with 92. Got it? And the next one is 155. So 155, the remainder is 3, therefore it has to be replaced here. I mean, it has to be kept here. And since the list it is already full, the set is full, replace the least recently used, which one is 3, right? Okay. So now this is what we got by the end. Okay, every set is containing maximum of 4 memory blocks. Which one of the following memory blocks will not be present in the cache? Now 3, if you see 3, if at all if it is present, it has to be present in set 3, but it is not present there, right? So 3 is not present. And 8, if at all 8 is present, it has to be present here, right? And yes, it is present. And 129, if at all it is 129 is present, it has to be present in 1, so set 1. So 129, so 129, if at all it is present, it is going to be present in set 1, right? Yeah, it has to be present in set 1, but it is not present there, so it is also not present. And 216, if at all it is present, it has to be present in set 0, but in set 0 it is not present, right? So all these are not present. So which one is not present? 3 is not present, 129 is not present, and 216 is not present. So I think question will be, it should be better if you change the question to which of the following are present. So only 8 will be present, isn't it? So 3 is not present, and 129 is not present, and 216 is not present. Therefore the answer is this. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkey's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkey, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkey is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkey. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.